Hi guys, Sage is here. So I'm gonna guess that you know why this title's going on, maybe? If not, I'll just explain. I'm very stressed out with YouTube, but not in any sort of reason that you can imagine. I'm not stressed out about views or likes or anything. I'm stressed out because of how when I upload something, YouTube does not do does not do its job and actually get it out there to you. So I'll explain. There's actually two reasons for this. There's actually two reasons that I'm having problems a lot lately, and mostly it's due to new videos. But anyways, the first one is that if you actually look below this video, now on YouTube, right by the subscribe button, if you are subscribed to me, there's a little bell button. If you click that, it'll open a little thing that says notify me whenever this YouTuber uploads a video, or something akin to that, basically. And apparently, according to a lot of people I've listened to and read about, and friends and subscribers who have notified me, if you don't actually have that little click thing notified, like the little tick, the box by it, the check mark, my videos may not show up in your subscriber box. Some of them might, but a lot of them won't, which is outrageous, and it's incredibly stupid. This is, I guess, YouTube's suggestion for fixing, quote-unquote, the subscriber box, which, yeah, bang up job there, YouTube. Great. So, simply put, if you want to keep up with my channel, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, you could probably click that bell button and click the notify thing. You will get emails, though. That's the problem. You will get emails when I upload a video, meaning that whatever I do, whatever I upload, you'll get an email about it, which for some people will get extremely annoying. Thankfully, I don't think I upload that much a day, so it's not too bad, I would hope. But if you don't want emails or anything like that, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the notification. But this is just another step in YouTube's weird design to try and change things for the better, but end up making it worse. Hashtag YouTube heroes. Anyways, the next thing, however, is a lot bigger. So I guess I'll just explain the bigger problem that I've had. So, with Yokai Watch that we've uploaded, all 3 videos of them have been claimed, and I'm almost 100% sure that all of them are false. So, Yokai Watch 1's copyright claim is actually gone now. I don't know where it went. I didn't dispute it. It's gone. So, I even tried to dig up the email of it, but it's gone now. So, I don't know where it went, if it even existed. Maybe I'm insane. But I'm looking at the page for both 2 and 3, and I can safely say I don't think they're right. So first up and foremost, on episode 2, we had 2 claims. Both are from Compass CS, which is a CMO, or Chief Marketing Officer, or something like that. Basically, they work with companies to deal with, from my understanding, they help market things, they help keep copyright information, but usually they don't enforce it. They do, like, they just own the right to market it, pretty much. They go out, they put that out there, and that's what they're supposed to be doing. But sometimes, especially when it comes to audio content, we get flags like this where music, for whatever reason, be it big or small, gets claimed, and these 2, at least on Yokai 2, are supposedly songs from either a Wibble Wobble, which was Wibble Wobble, I believe, the Yokai Watch mobile game, which I'm fairly sure uses music from 1 as well, so there's no real reason to get a copyright claim on something like this. All I can understand is that basically Compass CS, from all of my researching, since they're a CMO, they can just put this down and go, okay, we have the right to this, and your fees and all your revenue that you make from this. And that's fantastic, but I'm sure as hell not going to let that happen, so I disputed it. The thing is, from my understanding and from a lot of the reading that I've done and the researching I've done, Compass CS and a lot of the other, we'll get into that in a second, the other companies like this, tend to walk in, put down a copyright claim, and leave. And what that does is either A, you're too scared to dispute it, or B, you do dispute it, and they usually don't reply back, which means, due to YouTube policies, 30 days from now, my video will be released from their copyright thing, their dispute. Before, with YouTube, if this had happened, I would have lost all money on that video for that 30 days. They would have gotten all of it. Thankfully, nowadays, with the new policy, that money's pooled, and once that claim or dispute is figured out, I get the money and I get the revenues from it. But that doesn't make it any less tedious when all of a sudden I have 3 claims on it from a company that doesn't own the rights to it, and I have to go through and make sure, 1, that they don't own the music, 2, that, I'm in my legal right to actually dispute it, or 3, that I'm not going to end up putting my channel in jeopardy because of it. And this is outrageous to me. This makes me so upset because I know for a fact that the music that's being claimed in that one has been music that has been repeating since 1, and it's been in Wibble Wobble, and it's also been in 2, and suddenly I'm getting claims on it. It's mind-boggling. It makes me so mad with YouTube because these companies come in and just do that. But I was like, okay, fine. I'll take it. I'll just go with it. The music that they claimed seems to be at least tied to Yokai Watch in some way. So I went with it. I was okay with it for a bit. But then the 3rd episode went up. Oh my god, the 3rd episode. So, 3rd episode was claimed not by 1 company, but I believe 6. And they're all claiming the same music, which is, I forget what it, like the gods on the water surface or something like that. It's a composition, and the composition doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me who owns it. It doesn't tell me where it came from. And I looked it up, and the only thing that I could find was a composition by Moby, who is an artist, I believe, a composer in some ways. And I'm at a loss. I just don't know what to do. So, simply put, I know that one is false, beyond compare, and I'm going to dispute that, but again, 30 days. I have to wait 30 days for them to either A, come back to me, which I'm almost definitely assured they will not, because, why bother with that? They're going to just sit there and hope that you don't dispute it so they can get the money from it. And that is outrageous. That is infuriating. Do not let that happen. Unless it is a legitimate claim, which some of these could, since they're CMOs, they could in fact own a bit of copyright information, and they could they could leverage this against you, and they could get it, but they basically assume since they work with the companies, they have the right to copyright it, and then get it, put it in the YouTube auto detection thing. And it's obscene, beyond all compare. So, if you ever see these things, make sure you research it. But the problem that I have as a whole with YouTube is when I get these videos, usually if I get a claim, and I do get a lot of claims a lot of the time, most of them are Nintendo, and most of them give me the name, give me the composer, and give me the company that made it. These claims just give me the company and usually the name of the song. They do not give me any specification. They do not give me any rhyme or reason outside of the song title and the composer. And the company, of course, that claimed it. But no information outside of that, while all the other claims from legitimate companies usually give me a lot more. Like with Nintendo, they list what the title is, where it's from, what they're what portion of the music it's from, and what audio track or what game it's from, things like that. And that is outrageous. I do not want to deal with these companies constantly coming in and doing this to me. It is getting to the point that I just don't want to deal with it at all. And I'm hoping I can talk to my my network a bit more, because at the moment, these 2 videos are stuck in limbo. Well, not too much of a limbo. You can still watch them, which is a good thing. I'm happy about that. At least you can watch them. But I have this constant thing on my channel now because of it. A constant, not only that, but they could come back and just strike me down at any point. If they really wanted to, they could. And that, beyond all compare, is what is really, really making me mad about that. I love Yokai Watch, and I'm going to continue to play it, but if I constantly get a bunch of random CS, which most of these are, I'm fairly sure the other claims were all from companies that were apparently somehow involved with this song, at least for the 3rd one, even though that song is not in the game. It's nowhere close. At least from where I listened and what I looked up with, none of that was in the game. None of it. Unless somehow Yokai Watch suddenly changed all their names to English in how they done, but, on their OSTs and things like that. But from what I've seen, none of the songs are actually titled in English, and I don't think they would use the term God in that, but maybe with Yokai Watch, I don't know. Still, it's outrageous, and I can't keep doing it. It's just getting on my nerves. So, hopefully, Yokai Watch will continue, and we won't have these problems from here on out, especially if they keep coming in and claiming music is theirs, which is not theirs. This is why I hate the music industry in a lot of ways when it comes to YouTube, because they can come in, they can claim audio content, and it has no reason or rhyme. With that Sims 3, it was Sims 2, actually, the stream that we did a while ago with Sims 2 and a bit of Cards Against Humanity. For those who don't remember, that one can't be played for a bit, but now it can, after having to deal with it. The problem is, it was because of a classical theme that I'm fairly sure, at least according to what I remember and I researched, was, it's the thing that happens when it goes open and, God damn it. But it was basically, I can't think of the term. That's my mind right now. It's, jeez. Basically, it was old enough that it should be free and allowed to, be played on the channel. However, that didn't stop a company from coming in and claiming that they owned it. So that is, God, I'm trying to think. It was fair. I was like, fair play? No, that's not it. I'm sure someone in the comments will get it, but for some reason, I'm doing this just off the cusp, and I'm trying to get all my frustrations out with that. But that is what's happening with YouTube right now. I'm going to contact my network after this. Hopefully figure something out, because otherwise I'm just going to keep constantly being hit by these little companies that seem to think because they did one thing with the company, they own the right to the music, which is not true in the least, and it's getting to me immensely. So, for those who are asking, for those who want to know, that's what I've been dealing with YouTube, and this is why YouTube as a whole is not very friendly to anyone when it comes down to companies and yourself, because most of the time you're going to be hit by these things. I don't mind Nintendo coming in and claiming things that they rightfully own. Like, I mean, most of Tomodachi and all that other nonsense that's been hit by it. And a lot of my Mario, like we did Mario Maker a little while ago, that got hit by it as well. But they have legitimate claims. They are the makers of these games. They have sought efforts to make sure that their copyright is protected. These companies do not. And that is outrageous. And while Nintendo is an asshole for doing a lot of what they're doing here, as well, no company has done it as effectively, quote-unquote, as these companies, I have to say this is beyond the pale in a lot of ways. And it's getting to me. It really is. Still, though, we're going to keep going. I'm going to go contact my network. I hope you guys have a lovely day. But, man, god damn, I never knew Yokai was so popular that they had to, copyright it off to... God, I hate CMOs.